Hey adventurers, welcome back. I hope you had a great lunch. Are you ready for the drive-thru extravaganza? We are. For those who made an appointment, be sure to get here on time. But if you're participating from home, check your email for instructions and send us pictures of what you're doing at home. You might just win a very cool prize. And I want to introduce again Pastor Manny because he has some pretty good and cool information for all of us.
Thanks, Pastor Patty. Hey, kids, we are so excited about our Growing Together Sabbath School curriculum. I know that many of your churches are now having family Sabbath school programs. And with Growing Together Sabbath School, everyone in the family can enjoy fun and interactive Sabbath school lessons together and then have family worship at home. You know, if you aren't using it, why not consider joining our Growing Together family? And check out our website at growingtogether.church. Again, that's growingtogether.church. Okay, it's now time for a short commercial break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll be joining our outdoor roaming camera to give you a sneak peek of our drive-thru extravaganza here on the campgrounds of Southeastern California Conference.
Hey adventurers, welcome! We are here at the drive-thru extravaganza at the conference office here in Riverside. So you see right behind me right now, we have canopies up in the parking lot and there's a few cars just starting to show up. So we're getting a close look at the very beginning of the extravaganza. We're gonna be walking through so you can see some of the events happening, some of the games. But before we get to even the first one, don't forget, there's an email that had a PDF that has the instructions for these games at home. So you can print it out, prep some of the materials, and do some of those activities from the car in your own drive-thru, or even in your living room if you don't want to get in a car. There's flexible games. And so the first one we're going to look at here is actually sort of like a Pictionary one. And so what you do there is you're basically going to be drawing and having someone else in your family guess what that drawing is. But the catch is they have to do it from their vehicle. So we actually have a long pole with the marker connected to it. They'll be extending over to the whiteboard there and then drawing. See our volunteer here, Judith, who's demonstrating the long pole. And so that makes it a little harder because you have to reach over and draw from a distance, and it's a little harder to draw, but still very fun. And so if they're able to guess a story from the Bible doing Pictionary, they'll get another story. And that's how it kind of works with each station. You have about 4 minutes to guess as many things as possible. Bible stories, Bible verses, characters of the Bible, a bunch of activities where you have to try and kind of put things together. And that's one of the ones we're touching right now, actually. The one right behind you see a bunch of little things on the floor under the canopy. And you see our volunteers, Kenzie and Giselle, they're getting ready to help the first volunteers that show up, or the first campers that show up. And so you see that they're waving, hello, hi Giselle, hi Kenzie. And so those little bags down there have papers taped to the front of them, and each one has a word of a Bible verse. And so they're going to be spread around, so it's a Bible verse kind of out of order. And so what the families are doing when they show up in their car is being able to rearrange the Bible verses in the correct order. And so you have to try and rearrange as many Bible verses as you can in 4 minutes. You may have heard it a little while ago. There's a siren going on every 4 minutes. the cars move on to the next station and try and build something. Something else that's really fun is the first station you get to is you're building. You saw a car just show up right there. They're building a poster board with their team name, so your family can have a team name as well as collect a card where you'll be keeping track of all of the points you're making for each game. And so that way you can proudly wave who your family is as you drive up, and then the volunteers can keep track of your points as well. We have this all really well organized. And so one of the next things we have here, you see volunteer Sharon, volunteer Nick, and volunteer Daniel. They're dressed in Bible costumes. And there's also some buckets right in front of the car. What the children are doing is they're throwing the balls into the buckets, and each bucket has a Bible story at the very bottom. Wherever the ball lands, that's the Bible story that the volunteers have to act out for them. So it's kind of like a game of charades. And so they have to guess what Bible story that is. Once they figure it out, they're able to collect points for that story and try to guess another one. 4 minutes, once again, to guess as many Bible stories as possible. And there are a few more stations. It will take forever to try and go through all of them. But that's basically what we're doing out here. Cars going through, doing activities for 4-minute challenges, having a fun time. Again, if you want to participate in these activities, download that PDF with those instructions and have fun with us from home. Something else we need you to do from home is send us those videos, so that way we can keep track of them and feature them as well. And this is the last thing we'll be doing for a while, but come back to us for the finale at 5:45. We can't wait to see you then.